Chilling, bro.
All right, here we are, people. And this is a farewell to Breaking Vegas. We have a new name starting next week. I think you might like it, people. I think
Indeed.
you might like it. We put a
I
lot of
like
thought
it.
into this. You know, push came to shove. My boys came through for me.
Yeah, that was
All right.
nice. I'm practicing.
Yeah, yes, you are. Yes, you are. I didn't have everything readily available, but I will from here on out. So, gonna start the day off talking NIL, and I'm not sure if everyone knows NIL, but it's name, image, and likeness, where athletes can get paid off of that in college. And so it's transcending or it's also affecting high schoolers because I want to say 2 years ago, the number one quarterback in Texas ended up going to Ohio so he can, get the name, image, and likeness deal. And I don't
Yep.
think it all panned out. I think the number one recruit in Georgia ended up moving to to California last year to try and get the NIL deal, and that didn't pan out. And so, like Georgia got a highly recruited, sophomore quarterback right now that they're trying to see if he gonna move out of state so he can get these deals already. But to me, I'm kind of confused on how the states with the biggest high schoolers or football is big in their states, how they're not allowing those high schoolers to profit off of that, but other states are. It's 26 states that's in favor of the athletes, their high school athletes getting paid, and and the rest, they're still twiddling their fingers. But the major schools to me, the major states to me, that get prospects: Georgia, Florida, California, and Texas. Not them four. California just passed the law. This week? Taylor made?
Yeah. Yep.
Just passed the law this week, and I think Texas just put the bill for a vote. What's your thoughts on it before I go into it any deeper?
Man, dude, you already know how I feel about it. Even in high school, people go to these games and people pay to get in. They're not paying to see the referees and coaches. They're not paying to see the band. No disrespect to my band members, but
None
they
at
have
all.
band competitions, and I haven't heard anybody that bought a ticket to a band comp. So it's America, it's capitalism. So the idea that they try to mask labor behind amateurism, that's just a crime. That's a crime.
So I totally agree. That's why I'm saying that the states. I was reading an article, and they talking about the states that have the biggest prospects going to college, and it was Texas. Texas got the most prospects going, 5 4 stars going, to college next year. Texas number one. No NIL for high schoolers, and this has been an issue. Then we got Georgia, we got Florida. These are schools and states that are known for having the best athletes in NFL, college, whatever.
Right.
On top of that, none of the states in the South. So I'm just gonna list, what got to me. We got Georgia, Florida, Texas, Mississippi, Arizona, Alabama, Arkansas, and then this kind of got me on slavery, where the North was more open to people advancing in life, and the South wasn't. They wanted to keep people's hands tied, and This is just real resemblance of that because Oklahoma allowed their athletes to get paid in Louisiana, but none of the other surrounding southern states do. So I even thought about Michigan. Michigan has great athletes.
That's all you said.
Nope,
Yep.
Michigan don't allow their players to get paid. High schoolers in Virginia, where Michael Vick and AI and all them, they're not letting their athletes get paid in high school. So this is really mind-boggling to me that the states with the best future athletes, talents, and prospects are not allowing their athletes to get paid, right? So I went to the state championship game because my cousin played in it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know Jerry Jones is charging more for parking than it is to get in the state game?
That I can believe.
How is he profiting off amateurism? Because the products in the stadium, he getting paid off that too. I think a bottle of water was like $6, man. That's all I wanted was water. $6.
I always, full disclosure, I have a plastic flask, so I always find myself buying a Pepsi whenever I go to, Jerry World. I mean, I'm not proud of myself, but it is what it is. And you're right. That thing's like $12
$15 if you use the little discount they're gonna give you.
For
But
Pepsi.
He there's no way he can be making more off the UIL. Like tickets $15, $20. He charging $25 for parking and then charging out the wazoo like it's a real NFL game for the food, for the concessions. So yeah, these kids, we are going to see them first and foremost. I don't know, man. That's just mind-boggling to me. And hopefully they do the right thing moving forward, because we're really not there to see the coaches. We're not there to see the band. All of that is because of football.
Yes.
Marching band, the color guard, the drill team, all of that's football. They don't go to any other sport. But
I mean, you know, the high school, I don't like the excuses that people have. Oh, you're getting a free education. Oh, you're playing for the school and you're amateur, or you know, whatever the excuse is. The fact of the matter is, I don't get any education unless I show up. There is no free education. We got to go to these classes. Now, they can be like, oh, people taking tests for you and this, that, and the third. But you know what? Them people don't graduate. They may have somebody take them a test to keep them eligible. But if they not going to class themselves, they're not going to graduate. Point blank, period. So you have to actually put the sweat equity in. Ain't nothing free. You can't stop acting like money. You know what I'm saying? Is the only way to declare something not being, you know, free. Somebody's not putting in the work, so they're amateurs, so they shouldn't get paid money because the education is free. Cut it out. No, Cut it out. Even in high school, man. You go to these big, man, come on, man. You got Allen, Lake Travis, some of these schools with $60, $80 million high school.
Katy, Alito.
And so I'm sorry. At some point, and it's not necessarily about getting rich. I think that's the whole thing. Well, what if I was 18 and they gave me that much money? Whatever. Stop acting like these kids don't have parents. Like, I have a son. Let my son get an NIL deal. You think I'm just gonna be like, yeah, there's your $5 million and good luck? No, man. We finna have serious conversations about what to do and how to handle this money, man, because I'm your father and that's my job. So just like these other kids, they just act like these kids just don't have zero guidance. That's not the case.
That's the case overseas, because Luka turned pro at 14. You know, overseas, it's okay for kids to buy liquor for their parents in the liquor store. You know, it's different. It's our mindset. It's our perspective, which is wrong. But we don't make the laws. We just gotta obey.
You're right. It's the perspective.
So let me ask you this. You know, when I was in college at SFA, I played football, and you know, it was always big on athletes skipping class, because you know they want to keep you eligible, because like you said, if you are not going to classes, you're not eligible, you're not playing. So they had a little rule where if you miss so many classes, you're gonna miss a game.
Right.
That's what they end up doing for us. If certain players miss so many classes, you're missing a game. So guess what? You know they don't want to miss no game, so people going to classes. And if it's not important to you anyway, you're gonna flunk off. So that's that.
There you go.
Did you guys have anything? Did your coaches hold you accountable to it?
Oh, come on, man. You already know. We had, you know, just study hall, and our freshmen
on top of study hall.
You had to have a 3.0 to not go to study hall.
Ooh, we didn't have to have no 3. I think it was like a 2.5.
Yeah, man. I mean, you know, they just this is one of the more poignant things I heard when I first got there. The linebacker we had, Benny Cherry. And he wasn't just talking to me, but he was talking to all of us. He was like, man, listen, don't get prostituted. He was like, this school is going to roll you out here every Saturday for $1 billion, 7,500,000, 500,000 every weekend for the next 4 years. And if you don't get that paper, meaning that diploma, that degree, then you effectively just got prostituted. And that was like a thing within our team. So that was kind of like the culture, man. You went to class and you passed classes. Like that was, you were frowned upon. Like for me, I remember being late to study hall one time, Z. The whole DB unit had to get up 6:30 that next morning.
Whoa, they punished everybody?
What? And these dudes is married, kids.
You must have been a freshman.
I was a freshman. They were still calling me 2-3. I didn't even have a name yet.
Yeah.
And best believe that was the last time my butt was late.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't on me. Everybody had to suffer through that. So yeah, we had things to hold us be accountable, and a lot of these campuses do. But again, student athletes have been taking care of that part of it. Why haven't they compensated these folks? They're putting their bodies on the line. They're barely insured.
Yes.
You know, and so it's just, I hate to use the word fair. It's just flat out illegal. Point blank period. It's illegal. They're generating they're keeping that sport, they're keeping that program in the black. They're generating money. It's only 2 money-making programs in NCAA. Football and men's basketball. All the other ones lose money. All of them. And it's over 32 NCAA sports. All of them jokers lose money. So, man, they got to pay these kids. They have the money.
Yes, they do.
And this is my last point. And I'm going to stop. In most states, the highest paid state employee is the college football coach.
High school, too. The football coach get paid the most in education.
The highest paid.
He probably don't. Do coaches get paid more than principals?
Yeah.
And they're not teaching no classes. They're not doing no discipline.
But a lot of coaches have that AD tag, you know.
Yeah, I understand. They're not teaching no classes. They're not doing no grades. and they delegate a lot of that stuff too.
So how can your head coach, again, that don't play, that nobody's showing up to see, how can they be one of the highest state employee and they're coaching people that don't get paid?
Yeah. It's crazy. We got to fix that. Well, we should fix that, and I'm not sure how soon that's going to be feasible.
It's just illegal. It's just flat out illegal.
All right. So to that point, I want a quick story. I'm in college. I got my 5th year. So, I played my 4 years of football, and, I still need another year. But I ran track, too. So I'm done with football. That last year, I do track. I do triple jump and long jump for free. So, my summer's over with. And conference is after school is out in track. So, bam, what I'm saying? I'm second round. I'm doing this for SFA. This is what I love to do. Mm-hmm. So my 5th year, I come back, and that 5th year it's half. They pay for half your stuff. So I got to pay. You get a half scholarship. So I got to find the rest money to pay for the rest of my tuition. So since I ran track, he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna give you a half scholarship." So I had half track, half football.
Yep.
All I need is 1 year. I don't have study hall and that stuff for football anymore because I'm good. I got my 2.5. But track has different stipulations on study hall. I'm like, man, look here. I'm grown. I done did my time with football and followed all their rules. I'm not finna do this for track because I gave you something for free. So you're not gonna hold me accountable. I'm getting you points in conference. You know what I'm saying? That's valuable.
Yeah.
I'm giving you points. And so now you want to hold me accountable like I'm a freshman. I say, keep your money. I will figure it out myself. I'm not finna be dictated what I can and can't do my last year of college. That's just how I felt about it. And I had 2 part-time jobs. So working at Pizza Hut and custodial crew to pay for college because I didn't follow y'all rules for 4 years. This last year, I'm finna do me. and that's how that went down.
And there you have it.
All right. But yeah, that's a travesty that these states won't pay these boys for NIL in high school.
It's ridiculous, man. It's how it is, man. A bunch of, to be cliche, old white folks sitting up somewhere making decisions. But it ain't just that, but it really is people that are just out of touch.
And I know you didn't go to the state. You didn't go to the state game the past 2 years. I did.
Not this past year. I went last year. I went 2021, I guess.
Okay. Like Texas Stadium, everything is filled up except for that top level. So these high schoolers are bringing in 3/4 of what professional teams bring in. That's big. That's major. So they can bring this kind of audience and get nothing in return because a lot of these kids not going to play college football. The majority of them not. So give them their little last hurrah. They might not even get paid, but give the ones who have the opportunity You know what I'm saying? Because just because you're good or great in high school football don't mean that's what you're gonna be in college. So,
Right.
you know, your best time to shine might be in high school, and they totally eliminating that because they choose to. But that's enough of that. We can't change anything, but we definitely can have our opinion on it.
Yep. Yep. At some point that made sense, but we're past that point.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are. All right. NBA, baby. I got my Grizzly hat on today.
Man, this is where I miss Mo because I like to sit back and listen to you boys talk that b-ball, man. You know, I love basketball too. I love it. But you know, I like how you guys, you know, see things and how y'all explain stuff. So I'm gonna try to help you out, man, right here.
Hey, that's all right. We're here though, because I know you know you got opinion too. So first person we're gonna talk about in this NBA world is the scoring champ and his inability to stay healthy this year. What's your thoughts?
Man, my guy's struggling, right? I mean, come on, man. He got a lot of miles on the tire.
Yes, he do.
You and I are, older than we used to be, and hey, and just imagine this dude. I can't even play basketball at the 24. This guy's in the NBA, every night, and so that mileage is Father Time's undefeated. So not to be cliche-ish, and now his road dogs hurt again. So
he picked him. He wanted them.
No surprise there.
Yep. So as much as they did to help LeBron out on his winter years of the NBA, because they made the biggest moves in free agency, it's really not going to pan out if the main two can't be the main two. So, I did you see the play he got hurt on? It's like
it didn't look like much.
It didn't. It did not look like much. But like you said, it's a lot of wear and tear. Kind of like when Kobe messed his shoulder when he's shooting or what, like enough is enough.
That stuff adds up, man. But you had a question in the friend chat about how is he gonna make it to see Bronny?
Yeah, is he gonna be able to play with Bronny?
And I think this is kind of a reason that he is, because let's face it, he's hurt right now, but at the same time, he's sitting down. He ain't playing. So that's in a certain kind of way, that's extending it.
But at the same time, would he, how AI didn't know how to take a lesser role? Will LeBron know how to take a lesser role when he's not capable of being the same LeBron that he wants to be or that he's capable of being in the past? What is that noise?
I have no idea.
Something like that AMSR stuff. All right, but that's.
I didn't see. I wasn't sure if you could hear it.
Yes, I can. All right, but yeah, man, that's. Maybe we need to take our volume down, thing.
Let me see.
But the Lakers, they had to go damn near perfect to make it, and I don't really. You got two little streams. What's going on here? Hold on, people. We got technical difficulties. We trying to work this out. All right, here we go.
Switch out.
But next topic. I got the Joker, Jokic, and it was some remarks made by Kendrick Perkins saying that he's padding stats. He's not shooting enough. He padded stats, and like, if your team is winning, how can you even say what a person is doing that's only justifiable in your eyes? You padded stats, all right?
I'm these ESPN guys. I like to think that they have their own opinions, but I'm just not sure. I'm not sure if Kendrick Perkins really believes that. Just like when Stephen A. and Skip used to go back and forth on their little show, it's like y'all can't disagree on every topic for 8 years. You know what I mean? That's impossible.
They hate each other.
So I don't know if Kendrick Perkins believes what he says, but if he's past that, who cares? Aren't they all padding stats?
Well, just tell me this. Who said Westbrook was padding stats? Because when Westbrook was doing that, nobody said anything. They was happy, and they wasn't winning. They weren't even getting past the first round of playoffs. They was probably only winning one game in the playoffs. You know, I read an article was 4 straight years he averaged those triple doubles. They lost in the first round.
Yep.
Like Jokic is the #1 seed. How can you complain about this? He's doing something you probably won't ever see again from a position that Kendrick Perkins has no room to criticize or critique.
I don't see how this a negative. I'm not sure where he's padding stats. He ain't padding turnovers. That ain't a stat that he's padding. And so he's not scoring, but he's going to get missed shots and assisting his teammates in scores.
They're the #1 seed by 5 games.
I'm trying to figure out where is the negative in that.
It's Hayden. That's the negative. He's the negative. He's straight Hayden. You know, because even back then, we had got into this. I said that Westbrook triple doubles was washed up. Yep. They were good for nothing because what you do supposed to help your team win or better. And like kind of how I feel with LeBron. Like I feel like LeBron do too much. He gotta delegate them things. You need your teammates to be better than what they are. If your teammate's not, then you need to get another teammate because you can't do everything. Westbrook doing everything. He getting 20 games. And like, dude, the most important stat is that W. That's what it all boils down to. And Westbrook wasn't able to get that. He was only able to get stats. And I felt like they were helping him pad his stats. And it comes to relevance now because and he's a topic that I want to talk about anyway. Westbrook, like I really don't know his true value because it goes back to OKC when KD chunked him the deuce and went to Golden State. Like I don't know, it's a lot to chew here. What you say, Westbrook impact?
None. What team has he been on that won?
OKC.
Yeah, these players next to him, stats may have gotten better, but yeah, OKC was the best place. Like when you playing next to KD.
Yeah, and James Harden.
Even Harden, was a 6 man.
And he's way better than a 6 man, and that was evident once he went to Houston.
Yeah, it wasn't enough ball to go around. So, but Westbrook went to Houston. Nothing happened there. He went to Washington. Nothing happened there. He went to LA. So,
and he back in LA with the Clippers. So, this run that he has with the Clippers is really gonna have a lot to say moving forward because Utah just straight bought them out. Like, we traded for you. We're gonna give you pieces. We're gonna get rid of Mike Conley. We're gonna get rid of Vanderbilt, and then we're gonna buy you out. Like, this is somebody that had four years of triple doubles. It's somebody that has an MVP, and for him to be dismissed so easily, for people to say he's such a headache in the locker room, and Bron can't really relate to him or get the best out of him. It's just mind-boggling. I really want to see what the Clippers are able to do the rest of the way.
They're not gonna do nothing. They've been fugazi. It's not gonna change.
Well, I was telling you a couple of weeks ago that I like what Tyronn Lue was bringing to the table because
I love Tyronn Lue, but
Kawhi been hurt most of the season or load management. PG, Paul George, playoff P, he been MIA a lot. And they have a lot of different pieces and moving pieces, but they're relevant. They was in the top 4 of the standings.
Yeah, they're fourth right now. Last time I looked in, they were fourth.
Yeah.
But
that speaks for something to me. Let me double check these things.
I don't trust it. I never did. So, Kawhi is the only person that has, done something in terms of at Toronto. But he don't play. So
all right. So the Clippers are in 5th place. Suns in 4th. Kings in 3rd. Grizzlies 2. Nuggets 1. and your Mavs are in 7th. And them boys have not been doing the best since the trade. I think that last 6 games they won in 5. What you see?
They're filling each other out, man. Kyrie and Luka. When I'm watching the games, I can just see just a high level. And I'm this statement is biased as hell. I'm a Mavericks fan, so I'm gonna not to say that I can't take an honest look at them, but honestly looking, they're just deferring to each other when
somebody got to.
It's not even somebody. Both of y'all be dogs. Get the ball, be a dog. So, but they have to. They got to get better defensively. It's bad. It's
and you know that's the first thing I always say the Mavs need is defense.
Indiana shot 40 free throws. Indiana.
Yeah.
Shot 40 free throws. And defense is concentration, man. And they just seem to just have a lot of space cases this year, man. Just people just losing position, just baseline drives. It's just fundamental things that just shouldn't happen at any level. You should not be giving up one-on-one baseline drives.
These are professionals.
That's just bad defense, you know? So that just tells me lack of concentration. And, I mean, I'm almost kind of questioning, you know, what's Jason Kidd's ear in that locker room because they can't even inbound the basketball. Like, every time, like, you're not going to run any action of V-cut, L-cut, pin down screen. Luka's just going to take 2 steps and then pop out every time, man.
Well, and that's why I'm leery of Luka playing the style that he does. All right. You harp on Bronson really wasn't that guy because he couldn't be that guy next to Luka. He's in New York and he's flourishing. Dinwiddie, he goes back to Brooklyn. He's the man. Like, he's more confident. He's not hesitant. In these last couple of games, he's been playing, like he did before he got to the Mavericks.
Well, I got him on DraftKings, so I like what you're saying, buddy.
I mean, yeah, and I had him, and then I was like, let's see if he do it for a third game. I wouldn't pick somebody else because these last 2 games he's been balling as the alpha dog, and that's the thing because everybody knows Luka gonna get the ball. How do they intertwine with each other? It has to be more of not thinking, but unconsciously already, flowing with the ball. And I don't know, man. It's just a fine line because you see Kyrie, and he's saying that he don't want to put all that pressure on him. And what game was it? The Sacramento, or they had a last shot attempt and they kept passing the ball to each other and couldn't get the shot off, lost the game. Like,
yeah, man, just eat, man. Be a dog, eat. They just picked. I don't understand. You had Josh Green in the lineup, and Josh Green is playing. If nothing else, he's somebody you have to check for when he gets the ball because he's quick twitched. He makes very good decisions, and teams kind of started game planning against him, which is good. That frees other players up. And then they pick up Justin Holiday, and Justin Holiday just starts starting in the starting lineup. To me, that just don't make sense. Like,
well, that kind of
why is he starting?
Green's momentum because he feel like he's deserving. I want to say the last Maverick game I watched, he took over the 4th quarter, and they interviewed him, and he's like, I'm not as nervous in those positions anymore as I used to be.
Right.
And as a pro, when you get past those fears and you start finding yourself, like, what more could you ask for? And we've already been talking about Josh Green turning that curve for the Mavericks, coming off the bench and having a more prominent role. But yeah, that is a slap in the face because what was Justin Holiday doing on any other team?
I just don't know. I want to be patient, and I'm not going anywhere.
So is he the 6th man, Josh Green, as of right now?
I believe Tim Hardaway is the 6th man.
Man, he jacks up 2 minutes down. He shoot that thing like he Reggie Miller. Like he has a green light no matter what.
He does.
And his contract too high. They can't get rid of him. They did the Jerry Jones with that boy contract.
Yeah, Timmy. Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, he was a hot commodity, but I don't think they're gonna give him another contract like that.
I liked it when they got him, just in the terms of, Luka was like his second year. Just get somebody that ain't afraid to shoot the ball.
Yeah, he was definitely a steal from New York because he wasn't doing anything up there. But he's not bettering himself. He's just allowed to say, okay, I'm gonna shoot. I'm just gonna shoot. I don't care if I make you gotta have some kind of pride about yourself.
Last year he had a gang of drives. Like last year he was actually putting the ball on the deck and getting to the rack. But I mean, I don't know, B. I really don't, man. This team, it could be good, but I'm just seeing too many little things, man. Too many little things, man. Help defense. I mean, just the things. Just come on, man.
I done lend my fire stick off to a coworker trying to let us see what that fire stick life talking about. I'm going to get my fire stick back. I ain't been able to watch much my sports like I used to. Okay. Can't be friendly to everybody. I'm a friendly guy.
Yeah.
All right. Kevin Durant.
What do you say, He's making his return, baby.
Did you pick him up on DraftKings?
You know it.
All right, let's see what he's doing.
Nathaniel.
Man, he said Nathan.
I don't know much about DraftKings, so I don't even know what does what. I like to think if you hoop very, very well, you probably need to be on somebody's team.
Man, Wiseman ain't doing nothing. I know that. I didn't want to see that. Patrick Beverly acting a fool. 37 fantasy points. I'm so mad I didn't pick him up. I can't see him. Yeah.
Yeah, he was out there. He was available.
I'm trying to see somebody who got KD because I don't have my money. Go look on yours and see what his stats are right now since you got him.
All right. Let's see.
Because right now I'm winning some money, but I sure hope we can keep it up. I got.
Okay. Let's see what's
man, that Chris Paul want to go cold. I feel like Chris Paul won't have a good game since he got KD and Booker available. Somebody got to be open.
In sixth place with no money. Okay, he ain't on that squad. He can't be doing nothing. He ain't in the squad that's winning.
Yeah, you need them symbols. He's on fire. Oh wait, he's nothing. I got him.
He has
both lineups.
Oh, I don't even know.
Just tap his name.
Oh, he has 14.
How many points he got? Fantasy points.
Yeah.
14 fantasy points?
Oh, no, that's a lie. He has shit, son, I don't fucking know. Where he say it at?
If you tap your place with your numbers, it'll bring up your lineup, and then you can see what everybody got.
I don't even know. Oh, my fault. Yeah, it's right there, big as hell. He got 26. I thought that was the projected. I told you I don't know what I'm doing.
No.
Yeah. He had 26. It's about to be the fourth quarter. So
yeah. So the projected is right underneath that, whatever points he got.
He's supposed to have 40. So you need to pick it up. I'm gonna come comb this damn head.
Yeah, man.
Get on the good foot.
Hey, he had a haircut when he showed up for that initial press conference. But yeah, man, I picked up Chris Paul, man. He ain't doing nothing. He got 2 damn points, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, 9 assists. Like CP3, man. I'm not getting you no damn more. Wasting my damn time and money. But yeah, it's interesting. I got one lineup, and it's a lot more games tonight. Let me see. I got 2 lineups. I did 3 yesterday, but yeah, I picked CP3 in two both my leagues, both my drafts, and then I got Wiseman, and both of them boys got that ice cold emblem next to them, so it's not going according to plan, not at all. So, well, I had a better day yesterday. I won $50 yesterday. A little bit of something beat a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah. Man, I'm right behind this cocksucker here. I can get $20.
How many more minutes you got left?
I got 229. He got 113.
Yeah, I got 163. 163 left.
I'm in sixth place, right?
5. You in what place?
Sixth. Whatever games. This was a $2 game.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm way back there.
I got to consult with
More
Dr.
breezy.
Vegas before I start getting these lined up.
Well, yeah, that's why we need to be posted in the chat. All right. So we talk Lakers, we talk Jokic, we talk KD. We're talking KD. I already felt like they were gonna beat Charlotte tonight, but the true test is gonna come. I didn't pick him because I just wanted to see how he do, the first game back, how many touches, how familiar he is with the offense, how cohesive they are. So I just took a pass on him. I just felt like CP3 might be the facilitator that get the most points tonight. He's gonna hit the open shots, he's gonna hit the open man, he's gonna do what he do, get some assists, but that's not really panning out. I'm a KD fan, and I feel like him being added to Phoenix takes a lot of pressure off of CP3 and Devin Booker because he'll be the main focus. I think the X factor is the coach, Monty Williams, and how he gets the rotations, how he figures out what works best for them. Because, like you said, they judging. Just like Kyrie and Luka trying to feel each other out, Phoenix gonna have to do that too. They just in a better position because most of the team had already, been to the finals. The past 2 years, Phoenix been playing real good.
Yeah, I don't believe in them. They just got a bunch of punks, man. CP3, he a little punk to me. Devin Booker's a punk. Now they can hoop. They can hoop. They can play basketball, but when it comes time to that nitty gritty.
Well, me and you always go back and forth on CP3, and I really believe the year he was in Houston with Harden, if he don't get hurt, I think they beat the Golden State Warriors. I think they had the best chance possible of beating them than anybody. I can't overlook that.
They had a better chance than when KD was up 3-1.
3-1 against who?
Against Golden State.
That wasn't the same Warriors. We're talking about the Warriors with KD.
It was the Warriors.
It was the Warriors, but the Warriors with KD, wasn't that? Don't you feel like that was a better Warriors team than the previous championship?
Yeah, I mean, of course, you had Kevin Durant. Yeah, to that team, because those guys aren't punks; those are grown men.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like when KD joined the Warriors, like that to me, that was the best team imaginable. And I didn't see the Rockets taking them to 7 games. And to me, CP3 in that series was D'ing KD up. Man, I was so mad at KD. Like, what? Like CP3 just armbarring you like you ain't doing nothing.
Is that the year that they lost it to Toronto? Golden State?
I don't think so. Who?
Because was Klay Thompson around?
I can't remember who they beat in the finals in the Western Conference Finals a year because Toronto beat Philly. On that 4 bounce, boom, 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 boom.
Oh, you talking about when they played Toronto? Who would they beat in the finals?
Yeah, that's who they
I think they beat. He was either Houston or Portland. I'm not sure which one.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think it might have been. It might have been. I just can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, CP3, and I'm a big CP3 fan. And I'm gonna tell you why. Every team he's been on, he's been able to set the franchise record for wins. Now, that might not translate to the playoffs, but as a coach, as a team, as a point guard, is that not what you want your point guard to bring to the table to make everybody play at a better level? Because when CP3 got on OKC, they were a better team than the Westbrook Thunder. When CP3,
he can play basketball. He's just a little punk, man, kind of like Luka, I mean, Luka's a little punk.
He injury prone at the worst time.
At the end of the day, man, hey, I want the gold. And I've just seen CP3 get pushed out the way too much. I seen Devin Booker get pushed out the way. And the only time I've seen KD actually have a backbone, really, in a sense, was with Golden State. Other than that, he's gotten pushed back.
Well, that's I think he kind of listened to so much noise in the background. He's real sensitive. Like,
I'm not saying these dudes can't hoop, man. These dudes can hoop. I'm talking about the inside. Like, I hadn't seen it. I don't think I am gonna see it. I mean, last year I seen Buddy Pump Devin Booker. My guy that's in New York right now, Brunson.
Oh, you talking about that game 7?
The whole series, in that first game, Devin Booker had blocked a shot and he stood over him. Like, I don't think Brunson even seen it at the time. And I remember telling myself, like, yo, this dude a straight punk. Brunson got his back turned and you looking and staring them all down. But I think Brunson seen that on tape and that set that boy ablaze. Like, for real. Because he was out for blood after that. That was game 1. And
that's what you like. That's what you like to see. You like to see people, you know what I'm saying, take that and use their fuel to their advantage. But I was always a Brunson fan. You know, when they picked him up out of Villanova, he's a player of the year, man. This dude know how to get buckets. He know how to play basketball. I'm partial to smaller guys. I'm partial to guys that don't really typically fit the bill of being great or good. They make an impact, man. That's just who I am.
I like Brunson. I love to pick up because at the end of the day, you know why? I'm gonna sell a secret with you about CP3. I remember I had him on my bracket way back in the gap for Wake Forest to do some things, and he lost in the first game. I knew right then and there. But Brunson, when they picked him up, I was like, yo, this dude, he's the 2-time player of the year. He knows how to win. That's huge. It don't really matter your size. Hell, he been probably short his whole daggum life.
Yeah, they all have.
You know, winners win, especially when you're a big part of that. So when I seen a dude that just haven't won, like, shit, what? I can believe all day he ain't did it.
I like Mikal Bridges too, that left Phoenix, you know, for Brooklyn. I feel like he gonna still, you know what I'm saying, be a good player where he is. He plays smart ball. He
was one of their tougher guys.
Say that again.
He was one of their tougher guys, even though I'm saying he was a little skinny stuff, but he was at least somebody that had a little bit of.
He depend on. He gonna show up.
Yeah, they don't have that. I don't know anybody on that Golden the Phoenix that's gonna bring some funk. And I kind of feel that way about the Mavericks. I don't know anybody.
I was just about to say that. I'm glad you said.
Like, I don't know if I see that. So again, I told you I was biased when I spoke about the Mavericks.
Yeah, and I'm like, I love all in sports. I love all the players, and I'm biased toward KD to a point. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it, you know, but he's my guy. He bitch 185 coming out of college, man. The boy just want to hoop. That's all he want to do. You don't want to brush his hair. He want to do nothing.
Facts.
That's my guy. That's my guy. You know, and I didn't like how he did the Westbrook thing where he wasn't able to speak, but I just don't think he knew how to break that news. Just personally, but there's something you got to do. He didn't know how to do it. He just tucked his tail and you know, chunked the deuce. And Westbrook said, "You know what? I'm finna do something ain't never been done. I'm finna get triple doubles on y'all. Show y'all how important I am." And he did that. He got his just due. You know, he had his time in the sun.
He did. But, you know,
what other NBA storylines do we have?
NBA storylines?
Nothing Greek freak. You know, they're gonna do them. Boston up there, like it's really not much. You know, hopefully Doc Rivers can prove something to you this playoff series.
It ain't happening.
Hey, you're not Nostradamus, man. Let this play out.
I mean, can I let like the whole history determine the future a little bit?
But okay. So tell me,
at 7 o'clock, the sun ain't gonna rise tomorrow. Well, daggone, for the last umpteenth millennia.
All right. So in all fairness, the Lob City Clippers ceiling was only so high. It was only so high.
I mean, again, like good players raise people's levels. No, Doc is supposed to help them get somewhere that team should have gone to.
He did.
They never went to the West Coast Finals.
They did. All right.
They never went to
CP3 got hurt. He got hurt against the Rockets, and Harden torched them.
So you're telling me that CP3 gets hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's why you believe in the Suns this year? Because CP3 gets hurt?
Well, I believe in the Suns this year because CP3's wiser. He has two sharps. He has two dogs on the offensive end. I feel like with the package they got, because they got presence down low with Aiden, he ain't, top tier, but guess what? He can get it done. They got eight. They got four capable players on offense. They got a great coach in Monty. We're gonna see if they can do something on that bench, man, because all it takes is for them to get hot, for him to start believing in each other, and now there's no looking back. But the potential is there to me. The potential is there.
I'm glad you see it.
Come on, CP3. He ain't doing nothing. You even in the game anymore?
I can't. I can't listen to you support this guy and then let us know how he's stinking it up in fantasy.
I mean, Jokic didn't do nothing for me yesterday. I mean, they all had their off games.
Why am I in 8th now? I don't really like what's going on.
Yeah, I don't know which one you playing with. There's only so many people you playing against. I'm in like 2,000th place.
Man, they got a lot of minutes too. I still got the most. I got the most minutes in this little pool.
Oh, okay. How many points you got so far?
I got 146.
I got 162 and
147.
137. So, like, if your team ain't getting close to 300, you ain't finna win nothing. So, I'm trying to somehow make sure these boys can get
201,
300.
14.
And it's not happening.
Yeah, I got the most minutes available.
Oh my God!
Hopefully, I got a chance.
Need you to do that. You
but I mean, come on, Z. Let's be honest, man. Doc Rivers in Atlanta, losing record.
Atlanta. What did he coach in Atlanta? Oh, who did he coach in Atlanta?
Yeah, exactly.
Who?
I don't know.
He said he don't know.
Because they didn't do anything.
The caliber of players, okay, to me, Embiid is good. But Embiid is so wet behind the ears when it comes to...
He is good. What if he had a coach that could actually help him be better?
He's still so wet behind the ears that he's still learning the game, the importance of the game, when to take over, when to,
again,
do certain...
I think that a coaching... I bet if Phil Jackson was sitting up in that joker, Embiid would be a whole lot better.
There's only one field.
I'm just saying, but that's just an example of a coach making players better. That's all. That's it.
Man, no. Phil ain't gonna make it better. Phil ain't gonna make it better. Phil gonna trade him. I'm gonna trade him. Get out of here. You don't listen. Because when push comes to shove, when I see Embiid in the game toward the end of the game, he ain't finna get no move, drop his shoulder and go to the hole and punch on somebody. He's gonna do a drop back, fade away, backboard. He gonna do something that a big shouldn't be doing. He not gonna turn into Shaq, come play off. Oh, I'm finna dominate this paint. No, Embiid is worried about highlights. This look pretty. This look good. He's still learning the game, just like Giannis. Giannis hadn't reached his full potential yet. He's still learning the game too. So when you got Embiid,
so I'm not sure.
Say that again.
Giannis got a championship.
Yes, he does, and he's still learning the game. There ain't no knock against him. That's a knock for him.
Embiid don't have none. He need a coach.
Okay, well, I'm gonna use this one.
I told you when they hired Doc that this team was not.
I'm not listening to that. I don't care.
Because before Doc was there, they actually went to the Eastern Conference Finals
with Ben Simmons. I understand.
Before Doc was there. Since Doc is there, they have not done a damn thing. So he's supposed to be, again, to your word, an upgrade. That's why you fired the coach that took him to the finals for this guy, but they haven't even reached that part. He still can't coach. It is what it is.
Okay, so I understand, that's your opinion. But Embiid is not that guy to me. Giannis is a dog. Giannis wants it more than Embiid. Giannis is going to continue improving his game. Embiid think his game is already there. Oh, I should be an MVP. What more do I need to do to be an MVP? Dude, play the game. When it's deserving, when you earn it, you're going to get it. He's not worried about that. So we got him. We got Ben Simmons, who's, I don't know. Doc Rivers was supposed to come in so he can get Simmons to shoot and be more aggressive. That never happened. What happened was he ended up leaving the team. So
man, I already told you about that dude. If you can't play for Johnny Jones, you can't hoop.
Well, this is who you saying Doc supposed to make better. Like Ben Simmons probably going to be out the league next 2-3 years.
No. Doc Rivers is supposed to make that team better, but Ben Simmons notwithstanding, Joel Embiid. You got Harden. You got
Harden's not the same Harden. Harden is not the same Harden.
I mean, regardless though, if this guy's a good coach, this team will be better. They're not.
It's the players. Okay, so let's look at Giannis. All right, Giannis. I feel like Giannis' game is not complete. Let's look at Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis got every tool in the drawer, but you're gonna take Giannis over Anthony Davis every time. Anthony Davis can do everything on the court. Would you not agree?
Yeah.
He can shoot. Like when Anthony Davis is on his A+ game, he's better than Giannis, but he don't care about being on his A+ game as much as Giannis does. Giannis knows what it takes. He's going to do the steps. He's not going to try and skip any steps. And that's the thing. Giannis takes it more serious. He knows where he came from. He knows the importance of being a professional. I don't think some of these other dudes do. They get in here, they get their stats, they get their little money, and the things that meant so much, the little things, that they don't mean that anymore. And that's not going to make them be champions. Giannis don't want to skip no steps.
I know he's a one of one, you know.
And so is Phil Jackson. I'm telling you, it's the players, man. It's the combination of them all. Like, I'm not going to just say, oh, he got Embiid, he got Harden, he's supposed to win. Yeah, you would think they could win on paper. But then that's why they play the game. And I'm telling you, when push comes to shove, Embiid is not going to go to the hole when he's bigger than everybody on the court. He's going to shoot a fadeaway. He's going to do something playgroundish because he don't have enough man hours playing winning basketball. He just don't. And that's how I feel. How you feel about Doc? That you know exactly what Embiid. He don't know how to be that winning player in crunch time, and that's what it takes.
Yeah,
Harden either. Harden didn't always, made the calls, ran the organization. Like, no.
And I look at the head coaches that he's had, and it's not a surprise. I mean, coaching matters. We know this. We talk about even Dirk. We talk about Dirk's maturation through his coaches. Dirk had very good coaches, and we saw how his game excelled through virtue of coaches. Like, hey, I think this would help your game. This will help our team be better if you learn these particular tools. And Dirk has that challenge, but that's still coaching. Doc didn't come in there and be like, hey, let's try to get our back to the basket more.
But look here though,
coach. The players love him. But
when we talk about Dirk though, Dirk has always been receptive to coaching because guess what? We know who Dirk's personal trainer and coach is. We know that. We see him at the games. Dirk just want to try to do everything he can to put himself in position to win. So those coaches that he went through, he's going to be a sponge. He's going to soak that up from him. He's going to soak. I got to put my back to the basket with Avery Johnson. I got to be more of a facilitator. I appreciate that, Mr. Ali. But Dirk picked up that, you know what I'm saying? And that's what made him better because I wasn't ever a big believer in Dirk. But Dirk made me a believer. Once they played the Heat, I wasn't sure. I like Dirk. I know what he brings to the table, but at that point, he was more of just a shooter. He was, he shot so many shots. Dirk started putting that thing on the floor, taking it to the hole. Like, you couldn't just say Dirk is going to do this. Dirk was going to figure out how to beat you. Dirk had the teammates that they had the cohesion of what they didn't have to know what everything. They knew in the back of the head, him and JT and Kid and how, like, man, them boys, they knew they needed each other. They knew how to play with each other. And I don't think Philly has the team or the makeup or the players that can do less to be more, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. That's not what they made of. But Dirk.
I just feel like I saw that team go to the conference finals with a different coach.
Yeah, you did. And the East wasn't the same East that it is now.
I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Because look, Toronto went that year, and they just got Kawhi. Kawhi hadn't even, been the best player in the East. You know what I'm saying? So now when you think about the East, you got the Celtics, those young cats, they're better basketball players than Embiid. You got Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell and Garland, they're better basketball players than Embiid. You got Milwaukee. Like, those are better basketball players and teams than the Sixers. Now, Doc should make them better. I can't call it, but I'm not finna call him a guy job. That's just not what I'm finna do.
I mean, I don't know. I just would like to know when has he taken a team beyond, you know what I'm saying, one's measurements.
I understand. You want to see the proof is in the pudding. And CP3 got hurt on my guy, man. They lost to the Rockets when that was their best opportunity with Live City. They upset San Antonio that first round. CP3 hit a bank shot. Oh, yeah, they went to the second round. I think he got hurt on that play. Just like
but there was another series too, though, that they were up 3-0, 3-1, and lost that series to the Rockets.
I think it was against the Rockets. I'm not sure. Yeah. And then
he leads all-time playoff series with 3-1 losses in a series. That's telling me that you're getting figured out. You're not making adjustments. You're not making your players better. I mean, come on. You had a freaking blind man could have coached freaking Rondo, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett. I mean, come on, son. That's Danny Ainge. That's Danny Ainge off the muscle. And we know it's Danny Ainge because we've seen Danny Ainge do things after Doc left in terms of player personnel and coaching. We've seen him
doing it in Utah. But,
exactly. So that's telling me that wasn't Doc.
Well, look. He said 3 different times. Yeah, I understand. I'm not getting rid of Doc. I'm not. If I got to listen to both Van Gundys on the sidelines forever, don't get rid of Doc on the sideline either.
Take them L's.
I'm going to take them, man. I'm going to roll to the wheels fall off on Doc. Yeah, he did. But guess what? CP3 is playing a game of giants. He's only capable of doing so much. He's not finna overpower anybody. He's not. His game has to be on point more than anybody. Who is he overtowering? Who is he gonna bully? Who is he gonna outrun?
No short person has led their team to a championship.
Who? You tell me who?
Isaiah Thomas.
Who did Isaiah Thomas have at his side? Rodman, Sally, Lambeer, Joe Dumars, Microwave. Like, these are Hall of Famers. These are dudes who you don't have to think about who they were. You know exactly who they are.
Yeah, I mean,
you're not going to go down that list with CP3 teammates.
It's all evens because it's not like CP3 was going up against teams full of Hall of Famers. I mean, it was all even because the teams that the Pistons were going against, those teams had all Hall of Famers also.
I understand.
Because, fewer teams.
And you saying Doc Rivers was CP3 best coach. Well, he had Monty Williams back in the day, but Monty was young. But it's the coaching, it's the players, it's a lot of things that go into fact.
I wouldn't say that Doc Rivers was CP3 best coach. I wouldn't say that.
Who would you say CP3 best coach was then? Monty Williams? Like, I can't even remember who all he coached. Who coached in what? New Orleans, Phoenix, Clippers.
I go with Monty right now that he's in Phoenix.
Yeah, I can go with that. I can go with Monty right now. I like Monty.
I mean, I like Monty, man. I guess I'm hating on Doc, but I'm just calling it like I see it. I don't.
Yeah, he is supposed to make them better.
And that's. I mean, that team. I'm not saying that team should win a championship. That's not what I'm saying. That team should at least make the West Conference Finals. At the West at that time, that was before the Splash Brothers. I mean, there wasn't no dominant team in the West at that time. Okay. San Antonio, I guess.
Okay. All right. So tell me this. Their third option was DeAndre Jordan. Correct?
No, their third option was your boy JJ Redick. Mm-hmm.
You don't even like JJ Redick, so I don't even know why you.
But you love him, so it don't matter.
No, I'm not listening. No,
I know
this is what we said, and we got to get James on this. We said JJ Redick has the potential to be on a championship team. Like, he's a shooter. What he brings to the table can help win.
And I said,
he was not no number 3 scorer.
Minutes, that team will not win a championship. If he was anything more than a 6th, 7th man, that team wasn't gonna win. If JJ Redick is getting significant minutes on your team, then you got to avoid defensively bad. You got to avoid offensively bad because he can only
just say he was their 3rd best player. So if he was their 3rd best player, how far can they go?
Hey, again, I'm not asking them to win a championship. You're up 3-1 2 times with that team. 2 times in 2 different years, you're up 3-1 to go to the finals. What's the deal? To go to the conference finals. What's going on here, bud? Okay, CP3 got hurt. Well, that's just what CP3 does.
Of the pieces. All right. That's so you're knocking on CP3, you know, he got DeAndre Jordan and Blake Griffin. All right. But you got LeBron James, who is out of this world with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh and Shane Battier and Mike Miller and Jerry Stackhouse, and he losing.
In the finals?
Yes, in the finals.
Okay. CP3 didn't get.
That's not acceptable to me. That's not acceptable to me.
They made it to the finals. They lost to.
That's not acceptable to me. If you can take Savage and Ilgauskas and whoever and Matthew Dellavedova, then win when you got the people who are capable of being. What that mean?
That's who he lost to.
I got those bobbleheads too.
That's who I got a hurt
bobblehead.
That's who he lost to.
Who? LeBron. And that's why he not the GOAT. Good stuff, Dirk. Being Dirk, the GOAT. Good stuff. But he can't lose to Dirk. It just can't happen. Not when you got Wade and Bosh, and you got the pieces to bring home the championship. So I don't want to hear people talk about, he brought no names to the finals and he lost to Tim Duncan. Well, when he had Hall of Famers, I don't want to hear no excuse. I don't want to hear it because you went to Miami to win championships with the team capable of winning championships and you couldn't. So
they did. They won championships.
They lost them too. They won half of the championships they were in. I need him to be undefeated.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, in Miami. That's what I need. Now, he can't help what happened in Cleveland when his boys got hurt.
They were playing other teams.
I need LeBron, who take no names to the finals. Y'all giving him credit for doing that. Then when he has people capable of being winners, that's what I expect.
I mean, listen, he ran up against a team of destiny, man, when he played the Mavericks, man. That's all you can really say.
Well, CP2
they were going to be anybody. They were going to be any team that year.
All right. And Dirk needed help too. Dirk needed
everybody needed
Chandler.
Help.
He needed everybody
need help.
But if you go down the list of people that Dirk had help, Kidd, Terry, Chandler, pieces, valuable pieces. Stojakovic, the list goes on. And you want to tell me that JJ Redick was the 3rd best player he had? Come on, man. See, they're not finna win with that. They're only gonna do so much. Their ceiling is so high. But
I'm just saying they were so good that they blew 3-1 leads. That's all I'm saying.
They did.
They were so sorry that they were able to get up on teams 3-1.
And I'm not blaming Doc. Oh, you know what he did? Okay, he did it. He did it in Orlando with T-Mac. But who did he lose to? He lost to the champions. He lost to Rip, Tayshaun Prince, Ben Wallace, Chauncey Billups, Larry Brown. He lost to a better team.
Mm-hmm. But he didn't lose to the eventual champs in these other situations. So I see what you're trying to do there.
No. I just brought that out. And I'm telling you, the pieces that these other teams had, CP3 is who he is. But the player he is can only do so much, is what I'm saying. His ceiling is so high. Like every player that comes to the NBA, their ceiling is only so high. When LeBron James came into the NBA, you knew he was capable of winning a championship at some time. When CP3 came here, you did. You just felt like he could be a decent player.
A decent player? This dude was drafted like the number 3rd pick overall. What are you saying?
So everybody that's picked in the top 10 is going to be something?
So you think they drafted the number 3 pick saying, yeah, we think he's going to be pretty decent?
Yeah.
Oh, boy, that GM ain't lasted 2 minutes. Hey, I'm going to draft this guy. Hey, you think he's going to be great? No, I think he's going to be decent.
Well, then who the hell drafted Candy? You know what I'm saying? Did they keep that job?
They thought they were going to be great, Zach. That's why they drafted him up there. That's why you draft somebody.
The teams that passed on Steph Curry, and picked guards over Steph Curry, they thought that too.
They didn't. I'm not saying they're right. I'm just saying that's why they do it.
Okay,
no one thought Steph Curry was going to be great. If they thought that he was going to be great, he would have got drafted in the top 1, 2, 3.
But when he's bringing every team he's been on, he's allowed them to break the franchise record for that team. How many? That's the kind of stuff I need LeBron to do, not CP3. LeBron, I need every team he's been on to win, to break the franchise wins for record for wins on that team. That's what I need to hear from LeBron. But I'm hearing this from CP3, a player who can only do so much. So
let's take New Orleans, the Pelicans, not the team, the
best player, best teammate, David West,
not the Hornets. But I'm just saying that's like a starter of franchise. Like, aren't they an expansion team? So he ain't had no choice but to do that. He went to the Clippers, a team that was abysmal for
being nothing in LA.
So again, what record is he breaking there? Not a good one. OKC. Come on, man. You act like this guy's had legendary stops.
Yes, he was. But that's why I'm saying his ceilings are so high, man. Like, yes, they want him to be a great player, and what he's doing, he makes the team better. They just don't win in the playoffs.
I'm not saying that he's just good. I don't get all the CP3, the point guard. I don't get it.
Because he might. All right.
There are several point guards I'm taking before that guy.
That's cool.
You ain't taking him for the first point guard.
I'm taking him over Westbrook.
Oh, come on. Oh, my God. Westbrook ain't even on my team.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Westbrook is an MVP caliber player. He has triple doubles 4 years in a row, something that can't be denied. And CP3 was able to do more with OKC and those players, like those teams, who did they almost beat that year when he had Dort shooting threes? Like, CP3 have his teammates believing. Like, they don't always come through, but he has them playing better than they should. Like, DeAndre Jordan was only a name in LA. That's it for the Clippers. And that's because CP3 set his ass up.
I like it.
We could talk all day about that one.
I like it.
Ending note.
That's a great point.
Ending note. NFL. And, it's a soft spot to me. And this draft pick, what is his name? From Georgia. Chalk. Is got a arrest warrant out for manslaughter, killing someone, his teammates, and somebody on the staff in a car accident. Jalen Carter, potential #1 draft pick, got a warrant out. And him and some friends were out racing, and this was before the national championship game. He killed a teammate, died, and that's something he got to live with forever.
Yeah.
And so I doubt if the NFL just like, you know what, we're not going to draft him because it's a money-making business, and they want the best athletes regardless.
This is not unprecedented. I don't know if you remember Leonard Little.
Yes, I do.
Okay, because he's been running people over before, during, and after his NFL career.
What you call did too? The little stalwart, the receiver for the Cleveland.
Dante?
Yeah, him. But why is something that's just close to me? Because my college teammate, Mr. F. Lyons, he came in a year after me. We both played wide receiver, and he kind of looked up to me. And I want to say this was my my 5th year, so I'm no longer on the football team. I'm just doing track, and I'm chilling. I'm seeing all my teammates or whatever. And that's when he pledged Q-Dog. So him and his ace, Freddie was a 2 for Carter, Travis Carter. I'm trying to think of the man who killed, but they were both, crossed over in a car wreck, and Carter died. He's from Houston, and Freddie from Beaumont, so they real tight. They closed from the same area, and this man was never the same from that incident. Like, I would call him and talk to him. Once he got out, I'll call him, trying to reach out to him. I'm like, man, we got to hook up. We got to get with Richard. We got to get with that. And like, he didn't even remember some of these people he had played 4 years of football with.
Wow. How long was he in?
I want to say a good 3 to 4. a good 3 to 4. And I know, I had I was living in H-Town for a little bit after the college, and I had saw his brother at the mall. We was at Fox Sports and Grill. I talked to his brother, we chopping it up. And
no, that was a minute ago.
Stay. No, because you talking about Fox Sports Grill. Yeah. So, we chopping it up, and just for his brother to remember me out, we were tight like that.
Yeah.
And I got his brother number so I can reach back out to him, man. It's just like, how do you reach out to somebody who vaguely remembers your relationship?
That's wild.
That incident changed everything for my guy. Now he's a devout Christian. He's back. He's not worrying about the past. But what we went through, our experience, man, it's just hard to know how to communicate with somebody who went through a loss like that. And I don't know how the law can be like, what, this was an accident, and this dude, we're gonna hold you accountable for all of that to the full extent of the law. When they can have murderers, criminals, and they can give them they can give them deals so they can get somebody else. Like the crimes they commit, it's not important anymore, so we can get this person. But in the same essence, an accident, they both were drinking, they both in the wrong, but he's gonna be the only one punished for it to the full extent. And that's kind of, I don't know, man. That's tough to swallow. And so I'm just interested to see how this all plays out, because I feel like he's gonna do some kind of jail time. It's gonna be some kind of punishment.
Well, okay, so we have this incident, and we also had a kid at Alabama.
Yeah.
Who gave a guy a gun that ultimately
led to a killing.
Yeah, and so we talk about this a lot, man. The coping. These people, and I say these, we, myself included, coping. It's like, remember I used to teach spelling? I know you remember spelling class. It used to be in 6th grade. There was a whole class that teach you how to spell. And so, because it's important, coping. This is something that needs to be a part of curriculum, if you will, to deal with good, because I think even when things happen good, people don't know how to handle it. Hashtag I'm humble. You can't be humble when you just tweeted it out to thousands of people. That is the very opposite.
That's self-reflective, huh?
You know what I'm saying? So but they don't know this. They're just doing what they see. And so
yeah, you're right. Because I also wanted to talk about something I saw on TV today. The women's basketball are playing their conference tournaments right now. In Kentucky and Florida, women's playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky scored a basket. The girl under the basket, Kentucky, she got the ball and she got to rolls it up. The girl from Florida, like, hey, like, here, take this ball. Hey, she gets so pissed off instantly. Not like, I'm gonna show her, I'm gonna get her, I'm gonna do it. She get the ball, throws it at her. It misses her.
I've seen this before.
She ran out of the fighter. Like, what kind of coping skill? Like,
exactly.
What's gonna happen after that? Like, you have no earthly idea that you can get her back on the court.
Yeah,
that's
exactly. Not possible. How to, I talk to my kids a lot about, stimuli. The majority of things are happening to you. The only thing you control is obviously your reaction to it. So it's okay to think for a second. Think for a second, and normally you're going to make the right decision, but that's just not how
we think now.
And it's a social media thing. I mean, because even way they program this stuff, it's instant. They want it on the instant. They don't want you waiting on stuff. And so when you're doing that, whatever, 5, 6, 7 hours a day on your phone, you expect, that is your world. Damn expectation. That's your world. Everything that you do, you want it right then and there and now.
Yeah, you're right.
Or at least right when they said it was supposed to be then and there and now.
And everybody's so extra. All this real housewives and this, that, and other. A bunch of nobodies getting clout. Like, that's terrible for this generation. We're all both in education. And I'm in the cafeteria at my school. I'm looking for somebody. I don't remember who I'm looking for. A fight breaks out. I'm right there. I'm like, nope. I'm pushing them apart. Nope. The little girl runs around, gets on top of the cafeteria table. I call it table dance now. That's our nickname, TD. But you're not finna fight. I'm right there in the middle. Y'all not finna fight. But you feel like you finna get on the table because they're putting on a show.
Yeah.
You putting on a show like you're not finna fight. And you want to know why they got into a fight? Because a boy said, she said she could beat you up. The other girl never said nothing. A boy just said, oh, she said she could beat you up. Over hearsay.
There it is.
Hearsay. You're not that mad. You're acting, and that's what we see. And so this generation do need coping mechanism in school, but they're not going to teach us that because the education is really falling by the wayside.
Does it make sense?
No, it definitely does that.
Just like they don't teach checkbooks.
Nope. Yeah. Want you broke. Want you to be employees forever.
They can teach you compounding and simple interest.
Yeah. They're gonna make you take that SAT knowing you ain't finna go to college.
You know?
We had SAT day today. I'm glad I was a reliever.
We did too. I'm glad I ain't had to do a damn thing.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it's interesting. I'm really interested to see what this Jalen cat does when because they got a warrant out and they've been holding on to it because it happened January 15th. So I feel like they've been holding it so they can not waste whatever they thought what they wanted to do out of it. Make sure they have all it
ain't finna work out for my guy.
So yeah, that's terrible, man, because I really like his potential, man. That boy is big, he can move, and he's finna make a lot of money. He's about to make a lot of money. And that's put on hold. I'm gonna definitely keep my ear close to the ground, see how this pans out. But good show, my guy.
Yes, sir.
Next week, man, I'm trying to get Yo on the show so we can kind of talk about WNBA and the ladies March Madness because they finna get ready and start. And so you remember Yolanda Harris, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we was at SFA, their girls team made it to the Elite Eight. So I want to bring her on, kind of top it up, talk about what you remember. You know,
it was them and La Tech.
Oh, Tamika Jackson?
Yeah.
Okay.
They actually went to the Final Four.
They didn't play each other, did they? Because that would be crazy.
No, I don't think they played each other, but I just remember it was La Tech and SFA. You know what I'm saying? It was like, okay.
Yeah. So I'm still trying to get that approved. All right. So then, I got the next chapter project, and I got some tripods and some selfie sticks for the guys. I'm paid them a little initial payment, to get everything moving. I got a Dropbox website. I'm trying to figure out how to do all of that. You might help me with that. And I'm gonna let them know the stipulations. Matter of fact, we're gonna keep talking about this when I end this broadcast. So we appreciate everybody. Mr. Ali, who came, had some vital information for us with that MB Doc Rivers convo. And next week we got a different spin for you guys. So to be continued.
Indeed.